Alrighty guys, now welcome back for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to be looking at the data download that hit JP Dokkan, which, by the way, brought a lot of stuff that we're going to have to cover today. As you guys can see right here, we have, what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, we have like 5 Dokkan Awakenings. We have like, what is that, 5 EZAs, and then, no, 6 EZAs and 5 Awakenings, plus 2 new units, and then a new statue right here. Oh wait, I'm covering it. But we also have a new statue here that is Jackie Chun. So now we have a new statue that gives you Zenny. So needless to say, we do have quite a bit to cover here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the first unit who is going to EZA during the celebration. It is Pinch from the Dragon Ball Fusions collaborations. Alright, so EZA stats, not the best. Again, barely 8,000, or like close to 8,000 to defense. So again, they're not the greatest stats ever, but again, these guys are free to play too. Alright, so they're going to raise attack for 1 turn. That's Pinch. No, wait. So Pinch is going to raise attack for 1 turn, and then he lowers defense. So not the greatest super attack effect. He gets 3 key and 150% at the start. He gets 120% attack on super, and he launches an additional attack that has a 30% chance of being a super attack. So again, very basic unit, very simple, but again, he is a free-to-play EZA, so he's not going to be like absolutely like crazy good, but I do think he's going to be solid, considering that, again, he's a free-to-play EZA, so they usually don't make these guys too busted, usually. Alright, next up is Tiencha, the fusion of Tien and Yamcha. He greatly raises attack for 1 turn and lowers attack. Again, so that's, again, still a really decent ability that he does, which is lower attack. He gets 180% at the start. He gets another 80% attack on super when your HP is 80% or less. He launches a guaranteed additional attack that has a 30% chance of being a super attack, and 6 key and another 80% attack, and a high chance of critting when HP is 80% or below once only. So essentially with this Tiencha, what I'm getting at is you basically want to get under 80% HP, and he's going to do like a ton of damage for like 1 turn though. That's basically it. Again, he's a very basic unit. Again, these like Dragon Ball Fusion characters that are like old as hell are not what I would say the greatest units ever. Like, these guys are very, very basic. I don't know why they decided to do that, but sure. So now is Tekka. He has the same effect, raises attack for 1 turn and then just lowers defense. So he gives 150% at the start. He gets another 50% when there's another crossover ally on attacking in the same turn. He gives crossover category allies 3 key and 25% attack and defense. And then he has a high chance of 2 key and 25% attack and defense for all allies. So essentially, with Tekka, you actually have the potential to, what, give 3 key and 50% attack and defense to all your allies. Well, all allies that are crossover. Because, again, this ability right here is for all allies. But, again, when you combine it with this, that's literally 5 key and 50% attack and defense. And you're probably going to want to run this guy on crossover anyways. So Tekka is actually, in my opinion, the best. He's probably the best out of all of them. Yeah. Because again, 150 there, so 150 here, another 50 here, and then another 50 here if you can get this high chance to activate. Yeah, this guy's literally the best one out of all of them. Easily. Like, it's not even close. This guy might hit harder because, again, he is getting a ton of attack on super, but in terms of overall usability, I do think this guy's going to be the best. Just because, again, he has this support type ability built into him as well. Okay, so yeah, these are the, I guess, like the really old Dragon Ball Fusions characters that were discontinued. Again, you can actually farm these 2 guys up. I'm not sure about Tiencha. Tiencha, I think you can. So, Yeah, I think that's the only one that you just can't farm is Tiancha. Alright, next up we have the Awakenings for more Dragon Ball Fusion characters. Again, this was Celza, so we have Celza. We have the god of the game, Chowman. We have Whirus. We have Janembu. And then we also have Kuliza. Alright, so first up is Celza, the fusion of Cell and Frieza. So he leads int 3 key 80%. He just greatly lowers defense on his super attack effect, not the greatest effect. He gets 100% at the start. He recovers 10% HP at the start of turn, which is a really good ability. And he gets another 50% attack and defense on super attack when HP is 50% or more. And then of course he's got a really good link set with Shocking Speed, Big Bad Bosses. Again, these two links alone are going to provide him with a lot of extra attack and defense. Again, things like Prodigies you might not see too often. Again, Nightmare is also good, as well as Brutal Beatdown. So again, this Celza is looking to be very, very good, depending on what his stats are. What are they? 8,655. I would say this guy should be moderately well defensively, because again, he does have Big Bad Bosses. So again, Celza looks to be pretty good. Again, she's, again, a very, very basic unit with 100%, 50% on super, and then recovers HP. So again, very, very good unit. Okay, now we have to see the absolute god of the game, that is Chowman. So he's physical 3 key 80%, causes damage to all enemies, so he's an AoE, while sacrificing 10% HP, of course. He has to kill your freaking HP. He gets 80% attack and 160% to defense, so wow, that is actually pretty good. And he's got 10,000 as his defensive stat at the rainbow level, and he gets 160% to his defense. That's pretty good. He gets 80% attack on super. He gets 8 key and another 200% attack when HP is 50% or less. So essentially this Chowman, if you get him under 50% HP, is going to be doing 360% attack in total. That's pretty good. Chowman is looking to be very, very good. This guy could be possibly the best unit in the game, if not the best. Because again, it is Chowman, and we all must bow before the god himself, Chowman. And then of course his link set is absolutely stunning. Like this is the link set of a true god. God, I love Chowman. Chowman is the best, guys. Forget about Kid Buu. Forget about Goku. Chowman. Chowman is gonna destroy the game. Alright, next up is Whirus. Again, I'm actually quite hyped for this one. Oh, by the way, I have no idea what the fusion of Chowman is supposed to be. I think it's just supposed to be like Chaozu and like some other dude, but I have literally no other... I have no idea who it is. Because I know Cells is just Cell and Frieza. And I know Whirus is Beerus and Whis, but I have no idea what Chowman is. Like, none whatsoever. Alright, so next up, like I said, is Whirus. Again, I'm actually super hyped for this. So he just greatly lowers defense on super, not the greatest effect. He changes tech and int to physical. So again, he's going to be a really good orb changer. He gets 120% attack and defense at the start. He has a 30% chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks, with 5 or more key spheres obtained. He gets another 70% attack and defense when attacking with 7 or more key spheres obtained. So, essentially, you just want to get this guy 7 key spheres. But it doesn't specify if it has to be specifically physical, which is nice. But again, he is already changing key spheres to physical, so again, this really isn't that hard to get. Again, I've used Whirus before, and it's really not that hard to get him a lot of orbs. In fact, it's typically really easy. So again, this should not be that hard of a condition to fulfill. In fact, it should actually be pretty easy. And then his link set is actually pretty good. You know, this guy's going to link really well with like Beerus units and Whis units, which is, you know, exactly where you want to be using him. So again, I do think this Whirus is actually pretty good. They designed him really, really well, in my opinion. So Again, this is an EZA, or not an EZA, an awakening in the future that I really do look forward to over here on Global. Next up is Janembu, Janemba, and Kid Buu. So he raises defense on super attack and then lowers defense. So you have literally the best super attack effect so far. He literally stacks defense, which is amazing, because literally none of the other guys do it. So thank God at least Janembu does it. He gets 100% at the start of turn. He gets another 30% with each extreme class ally attacking in the same turn. So essentially this guy gets 160% attack and defense if you're on a full extreme class rotation, which again, you're probably going to be running him with like a full extreme class build. So again, this shouldn't be hard to do. He gets a 30% chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks, and then he lowers the attacked enemy's attack by 30%. So this is actually a really good effect. I'm not even going to lie, like this is pretty good. Again, lowering attack by 30% is a really powerful ability. And then his link set's actually pretty good with Majin, Infinite Regeneration, Shocking Speed. Again, those links are going to be very, very helpful, for Janembu. And then his defense is actually pretty respectable with that 9,836. And then again, he is stacking, so again, this guy's actually going to be very, very good and solid. So yeah, because he's even on Majin Power, which is nice, because again, you should be able to activate like Majin and Infinite Regeneration pretty easily over here on the Majin Power team. So Janembu's actually looking to be pretty good. Again, I'm actually really happy that they're actually making these guys really, really good. And then the last of the fusions is Kuliza. This is Cooler and Frieza. So you raise attack and defense, so he permanently stacks attack and defense. Okay. You actually might have the best super attack effect now, because again, he does stack defense, but he also stacks attack, which is nice. He gets 100% attack and defense on super, so again, he's basically like a slot 2 or 3 unit. He has a 30% chance of launching an additional super attack, and then he gains a 10% crit chance with each super attack performed up to 30%. And then I presume this guy is probably going to get most of his like abilities from his link set, because again, Thirst for Conquest is 15%, Fused Fighter is 5%, Metamorphosis is 10% attack and defense, because it's 15, 10, and then 5. So that's like 30% attack and defense right there at level 10 links. Strongest Clan in Space, that just gives Ki, and then that just gives attack, and then Fear and Faith just gives Ki as well. And then Shattering the Limit actually gives a little bit of attack and defense. So yeah, this is a unit you want to like level up all the way to level 10 links, because again, most of these links are like Thirst for Conquest, Metamorphosis, Fused Fighter, and Shattering the Limit. Those 4 specifically are going to give this guy most of his like start of turn buffs, because again, this guy just gets everything on super. Alright, and then that's going to do it for all the awakenings, and then these guys of course are just, you know, regular EZAs, and then we have the last 2 EZAs right here. Alright. And then we're going to quickly go over the campaign, but yeah, dude, there's a lot of content that's coming to JP. A lot of content. And again, I already covered Kid Buu and Goku in a separate video, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. But again, I'm really excited that Dokkan's doing a lot of these awakenings and EZAs, because again, this just gives like really old units finally like a time to shine. So again, I'm really like happy with what they're doing here. Alright, so Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, well, Great Saiyaman 2/1 that then exchanges into Great Saiyaman 1 is going to be getting an EZA, as well as Gohan and Videl, and then Supreme Kai. So starting off with this unit, again, in the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 form, they lead Special Pose, 3 key, 77% attack and defense. On their super attack, they just lower attack and defense. They get 150% at the start, plus a high chance of evading enemies' attacks, so again, a 50% chance to dodge. They get 50% defense on super attack. They lower enemy attack by 20% for 2 turns, and then their Special Pose 3 key, 30%. So, actually a pretty good passive. Again, the fact that they're getting 150% at the start, 50% defense on super, lowering attack by 20% for 2 turns, and then supporting Again, this unit is probably going to be like a must run on the special pose team, considering, again, the special pose team is really already probably one of the worst categories in the game, unfortunately. So again, them just being able to support the team is actually a really, really good thing. And then to go ahead and exchange, you have to be facing one enemy whose HP is 58% or more, starting from the 3rd turn. So essentially on turn 3, if you're fighting like just like a brand new enemy, like you got done finishing them off in turn 2, boom, you can just go ahead and exchange into Great Saiyaman 1. Now their link set is actually pretty good. Again, they're going to work fairly well on the special pose team, because again, a lot of the special pose units have things like Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, and like Patrol and all that stuff. Alright, and once you exchange it to Great Saiyaman 1, again, this guy, even before his EZA, was relatively decent defensively, but again, he is a free-to-play character at the end of the day. So again, I'm actually really excited to see what they do with him. So now he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. That's really, really powerful, because again, before, did he do that? No, so yeah, they did buff it. So now he greatly raises it for 1 turn. So again, you want to go full additional just so you can maximize this part of his passive. He gets 3 ki and 158% at the start. He gets another 58% on super. He gets 10% attack and crit chance plus 5% per special pose category ally on the team. So again, you want to run this guy like on a pure special pose team. Because I think on a full special pose, this guy gets an extra, what, 60% attack and 30% crit chance? So, again, this Gohan is actually pretty good. Or this Great Saiyaman Gohan's actually pretty good. Because again, this is really good combined with this. Because again, 50% off super attack effect and then 58% off his passive means that this guy's literally getting 108% extra attack and defense on super. So, yeah, dude, this Gohan's good. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that they made him that good. And then not even counting his links like Patrol, Brainiacs, Z Fighters, Shocking Speed. Like, this guy is going to be really good. I'm actually probably going to rainbow this guy over here on Global because, dude, this guy's really good. This guy's looking to be very, very good. And again, his EZA stat does put his defense to like 8,000. So again, not the craziest, but again, still fairly decent. So this guy's going to be a really good defensive unit. So again, don't sleep on this unit. Next up is Gohan and Videl. Again, this is basically the part where like Gohan's teaching Videl how to fly and all that. So their Majin Buu Saga 3 ki 77%. So they raise attack for 9 turns. I would have liked them to also raise defense for 9 turns, but again, they're probably going to make up for it in their passive here. So they get 158% at the start. They get another 20% with each attack performed up to 58%. They have a 70% chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks, each of which has a great chance of being a super attack. Alright. So this unit can quadruple super attack in 1 turn. And they're more than likely going to be able to do that. Because, again, they have their initial attack. They have the 2 additionals, which have 70% chances of being super attacks. So again, that's, I mean, the odds are in your favor. So say, for example, they get that super attack off, the 2 from their passive, and then their hidden potential super attack. That would mean that this unit's attack is going to be ridiculously high once they're done raising it for 9 turns. So even though they're not as good defensively, you know, comparing them to these guys right here, like even in this form, these guys are going to be really solid defensively. I think these guys are just going to be putting up way better numbers because of this right here in conjunction with this. But I don't think that they're going to be horrible defensively because, again, they do have like things like Cold Judgment, Hero of Justice, you know, links like that, which are going to help them. So, again, I do think this unit is very good, though I would give the dub to this guy as the overall better unit. And then the final EZA is Supreme Kai right here, who's Realm of Gods 3 ki 77%. So you raise superclass allies attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn. So you basically want to run this guy in slot 1. Because again, he's basically just giving them an extra 30% attack and defense when he super attacks. So again, this is very clearly like a slot 1 unit is what you want to do. And then I think this also applies to himself, by the way, because it's allies, so it's not even just exclude, because it doesn't say self-excluding, so he's also giving himself 30% attack and defense on super. So he gets 1 key and 30% attack and defense per Realm of Gods category ally on the team. So you run him on a pure Realm of Gods build, he's going to be getting, what, 6 key and 180% attack and defense? Because there's 6 units on the team, 30, yeah. So it's 180% and 6 key. He gives super class 1 key and 20% attack and defense. He guards all attacks within the same turn as the first attacker in a turn. So again, you want to run this guy in slot 1. And he recovers 15% HP at the end of the turn in which attack was received. So again, you want to run this guy in slot 1, because again, he's going to guard in slot 1. If you run him on a pure Realm of Gods, he gets 6 key and 180% attack and defense. He's also giving himself an extra 1 key and 20%, because again, it's super class type. So it's not discriminating against, you know, himself. The only thing is, again, you can't run extreme class Realm of Gods, because again, he's not going to be buffing them with this right there. And then his link set is actually pretty decent, you know, with Cold Judgment being like the big standout link, because again, that is going to help him in terms of defense. But again, this guy's good. I would say this guy is good. The only issue is, again, he's really basically limited to Realm of Gods. That's the only drawback that I see with this Supreme Kai, is you cannot really run him anywhere else effectively if it's not Realm of Gods. But that's it. Like, other than that, this guy's great. Alright, so now we're going to look at the celebration details, because again, this is turning into a pretty long video, man. I did not expect it to you know, be taking this long. So we have the end of year campaign here. So again, we have missions, we have rewards, or, you know, login bonuses as well. We have the new dual Dokkan Fest with Goku and Kid Buu. Again, we have the you know, the summon banner to go ahead and pull, you know, the new fusion, you know, characters that are going to be getting awakenings. We have Elder Kai banner, so I presume there's going to be like a part 2, because again, the only reason that they ever have a second date is because, you know, something else is coming down the pipeline. Dragonstone sales as usual. Again, the new Dokkan event. And then we have all Dokkan events are available. We have a new support memory, which I'll get to in just a moment, which you can go ahead and farm up from the Dragon Ball GT story event. Again, this is still going to be up, so again, this is where you farm up Tekka and Pininch. And again, I don't think Tiencha is farmable, but I could be wrong. And then again, this is of course their Easy A area. Just some returning Easy A areas. I think Super Battle Road is getting new stages, or if it isn't, then it's just returning. We have just, again, a ton of returning story events where you can go ahead and farm up Supreme Kai, Gohan and Videl, and then Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. And then the final thing is going to be a new Dokkan Ultimate Clash. We have a regular Easy A for these guys, so these guys are actually going to Easy A too. Because, yeah, dude, yeah. So we don't have any details about their Easy A, but again, these guys are going to Easy A too, so that means that they're going to be even better after their Awakening and Easy A. Again, just returning Easy A's. Mighty Mask is going to be getting an Awakening, so again, I think they're going to start Easy A'ing all the Super Strike characters. New Infinite Dragon Ball History, and Patan Battle. So again, overall, very, very hyped stuff. Again, we have just a lot of stuff in terms of content coming down in the future. You know, this celebration is going to be really good. New banner, a ton of Awakenings, a ton of Easy A's. Then we also have another set of Easy A's for the Awakenings coming down as well. So again, a very, very good celebration overall for JP. So anyways, guys, that is going to be doing it for today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
The name of this one is Rosé. Oh, this is the power of legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Now I understand.